Cari amici, bentornati in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. In questo episodio ci dedicheremo alla missione Peccati Carnali. Dobbiamo trovare il maledetto che ha aggredito Priscilla ed eliminarlo. Cominciamo a parlare con il medico che si trova proprio fuori dal Martin Pescatore, sul retro.
Well then, ready for a stroll through the sewers?
Ovviamente.
Ready and intrigued.
You lead.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers.
Ah, qui c'è della roba da raccogliere, spirito nanico, del filo resistente. Una fiala può restare lì. Spirito nanico, bottiglia d'acqua va bene, spirito nanico e spirito nanico. Ok. Qua ci sono dei necrofagi, quindi tenetevi pronti con la spada. Bottiglia vuota va bene. Fiala vabbè, l'ho raccolta. Del pane, impasto alchemico. Benissimo. Ma in realtà non abbiamo ancora finito. C'è una strega d'acqua. Statene un po' buona, signorina. Perfetto. Ok, qualcosa ce l'abbiamo preso. I droner non ha lasciato niente. Non importa. Però ce ne sono ancora. Qui niente. Ehi là, come andiamo? Il medico ci sta aiutando con la balestra. Allora, niente da raccogliere, andiamo in su di qua. Qui cosa abbiamo? Cianfrusaglie, vabbè, poi rivendiamo tutto. Allora, di là dove dobbiamo andare, ma prima guardiamo se c'è altro. Spirito nanico e ancora spirito nanico. Bisognerà vedere se Priscilla guarirà. Qui niente. Allora andiamo su di qua. Ormai non dovrebbe mancare molto all'obitorio. No, infatti. Qui c'è un bel po' di roba da raccogliere, ne approfittiamo. Cosa ci fa tutto questo cibo in un obitorio? Allora, di qui cosa abbiamo? Allora, quello lì davanti a noi è il cadavere che dobbiamo esaminare. Però prima raccogliamo tutto. Il salnitro va benissimo. Allora, qui niente, ci sono altri cadaveri. Ah, c'è qualcosa qui. Mela, il candelabro d'argento può restare lì. C'è anche un libro, ok. Ok, adesso guardiamo di qua. Azione di mercurio, kit riparazione. Questo mi sa che non l'avevamo ancora letto. Cibo e alcol. Ok. Bene. Ok, qui abbiamo preso tutto. Allora Ah sì, c'è anche giù di qua. Ah, qua è probabile che ci siano più libri che altro, infatti. Ok, adesso vediamo un attimo. Qua niente. Ok. Esaminiamo il cadavere. Eccolo qua.
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Testa.
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes. And some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Ah. La bocca.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Da qui possiamo dedurre che vuole che soffra. Vediamo il torace.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
È più probabile la seconda. Cicatrice?
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin. An incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident.
Ok, questa non c'entra quindi.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue in stronger proportions.
Formaldeide.
It's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded.
Passiamo ad altro. Le mani?
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless
In effetti.
Speaking from experience.
bound. Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him.
Le gambe.
See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
and a different sense of humor.
I genitali?
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
Beh, vediamo.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
Sappiamo ciò che ci
I
serve.
think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Un omicidio rituale? Direi proprio di no. Non ci sono le condizioni. Non c'è movente, l'assassino è pazzo, che è pazzo l'abbiamo già capito, ma non agisce senza un motivo. In realtà è stata una punizione.
Sure of one thing. This was punishment.
Even the witch hunters don't engage in this kind of torture. What sin could
Troppe cose
possibly
sofferenti, è una
Only the
punizione.
murderer knows that. And it's the key to finding him. Or her. It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy.
È il medico legale.
So you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted. Drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirance was attacked there. City's abuzz about it.
Immagino.
The woodcarver, Eustace, the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, Your Reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
Simpatico.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As Your Reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
D'accordo.
Thank you.
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel. A rogue. Like every man who wears the robes of the eternal fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer. Delighted
Interessante.
especially in torturing women. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Scelgo di non insistere, tanto lo scopriremo
Thank
poi
you.
più
I've nothing to
avanti.
hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
Ok.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Eh sì, chi può dirlo? Allora, adesso abbiamo 3 cose da fare. Direi di cominciare dal becchino perché è quello più vicino. È questo tizio qui.
You, Eustace, the corpse collector?
I? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is.
Forse dalla
You
puzza.
bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue.
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers.
Simpatico sto tizio.
I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of her.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind.
Facile da capire, questo deruba I cadaveri.
You search Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you tax collector? Piss off, mutant.
Talk. What did you find on him?
I as you wish. Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
D'accordo, facciamo a modo tuo allora. Squadrina
Fucking
chi?
hell, what was that for?
For everything.
Sai come detesto quando qualcuno insulta i miei amici. Allora, adesso direi... Il vicolo in cui Priscilla è stata aggredita no, è più vicino al luogo dove è morto l'intagliatore.
No bread, no coin, boring shite.
Ah, no, andiamo giù di qua. Qui mi sembra. Possiamo.
Anyone home?
Be gone, or I'll sick me hounds on ye. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on, go on then. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft? Even I'm scared of them. A better barking dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I run to a mate who raises fighting dogs. Bought these two mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But escape sound at least.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family, or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
It was like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss and burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claim not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes.
Simpatici.
They care about some dwarf.
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. He were a good dwarf, a craftsman like no other. But he were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he'd grab the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her, this dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep.
Grandioso.
Don't say the fever took her.
Basta così.
Fine, we've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Allora, qui cosa abbiamo? Ecco, questo è dell'assassino. Da quello che si legge si può intuire che si tratta di un fanatico del fuoco
Statues
eterno.
of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Statues of the old gods.
Questo l'abbiamo già detto.
Shapely ones. Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
Allora, vediamo un po' cosa troviamo. C'è della roba anche che possiamo raccogliere. Qui cosa abbiamo?
Humanoid. Completely rotten.
Ha lasciato lì gli occhi. Alcol distillato.
Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked.
E qui cosa abbiamo?
Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. More blood stains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood. Left a few stains behind.
Pare che non ci sia altro.
Nothing here.
Ok, qui ne sappiamo abbastanza. Ok, qua c'è qualcosa da raccogliere ma non si fa prendere. Vabbè, non importa. Qui cosa abbiamo? Polvere di smeraldo, questa è buona. Ci manca il vicolo in cui Priscilla è stata aggredita.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Ok. Ma dopo, prima esaminiamo questo posto.
You scared?
Pimento, questa è buona. C'è parecchia roba qui. Sopra qui niente. Ok. Ormai manca poco al livello 22. Però la missione non dovrebbe farci salire troppo di livello. Ok. Allora, qui c'è ancora della roba. E lì cominciano le tracce. Però diamo un'occhiata in giro. Adesso questa ci fa attaccare. Dai, fatevi sotto. Ma che ridi che mi hai anche mancato?
Kill the whole son.
Prendiamoci un pochino più di spazio.
Slaughter the freak!
That's it.
Gotta get around him!
Fuori uno.
You're carrion!
Perché continuano a stare vicini. Uno è dato, manca l'altro. Adesso te non mi scappi più. Che perché ti sei messo all'angolo. Ok.
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome.
È quello che vogliamo fare anche noi.
Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much, but I can tell you what I know.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring, pick up a decent trade, but none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now.
Un'altra questione riguardante il fuoco eterno. Lo prendeva in giro.
Or so I tell myself.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Of course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper
Perché sono
ones.
idioti.
Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Basta così.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Allora, dove eravamo rimasti? Prima che ci interrompessero. Ah sì, stavamo raccogliendo la roba. Oh, pimento, questa è buona. Sicuramente ci servirà. C'è altro qui? Sembra di no. Abbiamo già guardato qui anche. Ok, allora controlliamo gli indizi.
I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
Sì, siamo nel luogo giusto.
So, what is
Ah
it?
no, non stavo parlando con te.
Take care now. I gotta look around.
Naturally.
Basta poco perché si mettano in mezzo e parta qualcos'altro.
A brazier. This time of year? Human. Priscilla's.
E qui cosa abbiamo? Ci risiamo. Ah, c'è
Man's
dell'altro qui.
footprint. The murderer's maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back.
Ha usato per tutti quanti lo stesso schema. Andiamo a parlare col medico legale, vediamo cosa scopriamo.
So, how you go with this thing? Looking to make some coin turn, eh?
Eccoci arrivati.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Grazie. Eccolo qua.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter. And I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
By the way, you and von Gratz don't exactly get along. Why is that?
I had him sent to prison. You see, Joachim led the student protests in 1242, a senseless and brutal revolt. People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something.
Il suo allievo.
Then I left the university and
Un po'
found work
bizzarro.
where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
Sembrate giovane per essere stato il maestro di von Gratz.
50, 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not
In
surprising.
effetti.
For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life. Amusing, is it not?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Ci risiamo.
Mortal sin in Novigrad. Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the
Ma
store.
davvero?
Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
Prossima destinazione, residenza dei Vegelbud, quindi. Un cittadino preoccupato. O forse uno psicopatico.
Till next time, master.
Allora, troviamo il punto di viaggio rapido più vicino. Andiamo qui alla piazza del Gerarca. Ok. E da lì andiamo dai Vegelbud. Speriamo di arrivare in tempo. Residenza dei Vegelbud, ok. Ok. Parliamo con le guardie.
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I let you in, you'll throw my arse out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect protect his charge, not his ass.
È vero.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vagel, bud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Oh, Geralt, what a pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now, I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
I'm hunting a serial killer, and I've got reason to believe your mother will be his next victim.
Why, even if it's true, our gods.
He's exceptionally cruel when he kills, tortures his victims, cuts out their hearts. So let's see how she is, just in case.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite serious. Please, follow me.
Seguiamola.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst
dobbiamo andare dall'altra parte con lei.
a rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad.
Basta che si sbrighi,
Mother
però.
had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books in signals when the craze gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
Ah,
Diary.
ha bruciato i libri del fuoco eterno. Ma che strano.
Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
Andiamo a prenderlo. Però dovremo combattere. Toglietevi di mezzo.
Spread out! Murderer's still here!
È quello là.
There he is! Get him!
Toglietevi di mezzo.
Halt! For I put a bolt between your eyes!
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery! Taking you to the heiress!
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Infatti.
Out of my sight, at once! Mother! Why did he do this to her?
Perché? A questo punto la risposta è chiara. Perché ha criticato il fuoco
She
eterno.
blasphemed the eternal fire. Only thing that ties her to the other victims.
Esatto.
Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body. A note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that. And let her be the last victim. Please.
Ci proveremo.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name but the place too. Won't get away this time.
Che sbruffone. Ci risiamo. È uno di quelli, un fanatico del fuoco eterno. Torniamo subito a Novigrad e raggiungiamo il bordello di Kate la zoppa. Dobbiamo stanarlo il prima possibile. Scegliamo il punto più vicino. Sì, è la piazza. Allora, non perdiamo tempo e andiamo subito laggiù.
Nothing hurts as much as life.
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
Dici di no? L'abbiamo beccato allora, ragazzi.
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
Bene, bene, chi abbiamo qui?
Yet again you disturb me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
Così, senza la formaldehyde.
No foreplay, no formaldehyde, coals in my eye sockets.
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder.
Huh?
You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate.
Quindi non è stato lui.
If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know, but I see we must talk. Calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strange
Esatto.
enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
Ma non mi dire.
Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. But to Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After
Non
all,
credo proprio.
I paid in advance.
You'll untie her, drop your coin pouch on the table, then leave here and never come back.
Yes, I will.
Ecco, bravo, sparisci. Bene, bene, quello che diceva che voleva aiutare a stanare l'assassino era l'assassino stesso. Furbo. Ma in fondo, ragazzi, se ci pensate era facile da capire. Chi sapeva che saremmo andati dai Vegelbud e quindi ha potuto lasciare il messaggio con cui fregarci? Lui, il medico legale, aveva detto Patricia Vegelbud scritto. Andiamo a beccarlo. Ah, dov'è l'entrata? Ecco qua. Prima però ci prepariamo a dovere per lo scontro. Allora, anzi, prima siamo saliti a livello 22, abbiamo un altro slot e un punto. Allora, possiamo sbloccare una di queste. Allora, questa no. Questa la attiveremo, ma per il momento è inutile perché non abbiamo ancora i decotti che mi interessano, quindi attiviamo concentrazione. Questa aumenterà i danni inflitti ulteriormente dai punti adrenalina. Un attimo, qual è che abbiamo tolto? No. Ah, l'ho messa nel posto sbagliato. Ecco, adesso ragioniamo. Ok. Allora, prepariamo. Diamo di decotto di strega d'acqua. Sarà uno scontro piuttosto duro, ma meglio di niente. Ok. Ci siamo, ragazzi, pronti? In effetti era strano che fosse così giovane. Ci avete pensato?
You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
What are you?
A vampire. Higher, of course.
Vampiro superiore.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat that...
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
Should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
Sei fuori di
You're
testa.
a sick fuck.
I never expected you to understand. You're a cynic and an opportunist. I sensed it from the start. Ah well, this conversation has grown unpleasant for both parties. We must move to the next item on the
Non
agenda.
chiedo di meglio.
I last fought a Witcher 2 centuries ago. I do hope I remember how it's done.
And you? Have you faced one of us? No, you couldn't have. You would have survived.
E allora vediamola la forza di questi vampiri superiori di cui dicono che i Witcher non prendono i contratti. Allora, polvere lunare. Così non diventa incorporeo. Non perdetelo di vista. Cosa fai, scappi? I suoi attacchi sono veloci, non c'è che dire. I suoi attacchi sono forti ma piuttosto ampi. Se si schiva si rischia di prenderlo alle spalle. Coraggio, signor vampiro, che fai, mi volti le spalle? Dai. Dove eravamo rimasti? Ah sì. Che ti ho eliminato. Allora, raccogliamo. Figa di mostro, se vampiro si va. Mutagene di Katakan, perfetto. Qui c'è una spada, polvere di zaffiro e rubevo. È un ingrediente alchemico superiore. Ok. Comunque, sarebbe questa la forza dei vampiri superiori di cui tanto si vantavano? Bah. Scherzi a parte, ragazzi, i vampiri superiori veri non li abbiamo ancora incontrati. Quando succederà, preparatevi al finimondo. L'altro di questi stupidi biglietti. Ah, qui cosa abbiamo? Ce n'è di roba qui dentro. Beh, del resto era il suo magazzino. Questa missione ci ha fatto fare anche un bel po' di pieni. Però, se non erro, è un po' che non troviamo delle formule e la cosa mi sta un po' preoccupando. Però salteranno fuori quando faremo l'esplorazione, ne sono sicuro. Anche perché comunque ne abbiamo già trovate parecchie. Ok, abbiamo preso tutto e allora torniamo da Dandelion. Andiamo al ponte di San Gregory, che è il punto più vicino. Ok. Oh già, mi stavo dimenticando di fare una cosa. Abbiamo trovato il mutagene di Katakan. Eccolo qua, aumenta la probabilità di colpi critici. Questo è molto buono come decotto. Del resto è creato da un vampiro di livello superiore, quindi... Ok, l'ospedale dov'è? Ah, eccolo qua. Ok, passiamo al primo piano.
How's?
Better, right?
Yes.
Ah! Che bella notizia.
Did you take care of what I asked?
È stata vendicata.
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt. From me and Priscilla.
Did my part. Your turn now. Take care of her. Good care.
Esatto.
You'll see. Treat her better than the Dryads of Broccolon could.
She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday.
Ottimo.
For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Ok, parliamo un attimo con il medico.
Yes, Geralt?
Found and killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a higher vampire.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Seems I was wrong. Deeply wrong. Thank you, Geralt. Were it not for you, this would never have ceased.
Hubert told me about your past, even more vivid than I'd assumed.
I've not time for riddles, Geralt. Be straight or be gone.
Any truth to his claim that people died during the riots at the university? Died for your cause?
I was young and stupid. I thought a better future was worth any price. Even a human life or two. But those are past sins. Sins I've atoned for.
Why is the university in Oxenford closed?
Because it suits Radovid. You've not heard the story?
No.
The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. the faculty disagreed. Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma, and when it was over,
un'altra
imprisoned the
dimostrazione di
deans
quanto è
and the
matto
entire
Radovid.
academic senate, so they wouldn't raise a stink. I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since. But perhaps it's for the best. I'm far more adept, scalpel in hand, than I ever was behind a lectern.
Know another surgeon from Oxenford Academy. Her name's Shani. Know her?
Shani.
Red hair, cropped short.
La conosceremo molto
and a
presto.
hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She was my assistant for a year.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's somewhere along the front, patching up pikemen. I told her it would be futile. In the time she saved 100 lives, another 1,000 would be lost. But medics with a mission, you can't argue with them.
Basta così.
Farewell.
Allora, adesso, prima di concludere l'episodio, c'è un'altra cosa che voglio fare. Facciamo un attimo un salto al Timo e Rosmarino, o forse sarebbe meglio dire al Camaleonte. Ah no, di qua non si passa. Perché adesso che abbiamo concluso la missione, Dandelion è tornato lì. E c'è una cosa che gli dobbiamo dare. Non ho capito perché ha selezionato quella missione. Vabbè, non importa. A quella ci pensiamo poi. Ah, cancello del gerarca.
Happiness will come.
Eccoci al Camaleonte. Ah, ed ecco Dandelion. Parliamo con lui.
Got a minute?
For you, my friend, always.
Vuoi un ritratto del gerarca Emelfart?
Got a portrait of Hierarch Hemmelford I'm willing to part with. Want it?
Yes, those halfling painters. This one of theirs? Wonderful. I put this up at the Rosemary in time. It'll make those temple guard inspections so much easier.
Ah già, dobbiamo salutargli Molly.
Molly. She says hello.
Molly? Which Molly?
One you promised to show your butterfly collection to.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
Butterfly collection? Who of all people could stand to be a little more inventive?
Molly didn't need inventive. She needed attentive. Average, run-of-the-mill girl. Give her a smile. Notice her shoes. Let her chat about them a bit. And she'd turn into a wellspring of passion.
How'd you and Priscilla meet?
It was at the court of Duke Harold, the annual balladry contest. We faced off in a fight.
Who won?
Well, I don't remember.
I bet. Probably lost and you don't want to admit it.
Actually, she'd caught my eye, so I let her win. I was counting on getting a prize.
Tipico di Dandelion.
And did you?
That, my friend, is not your concern.
Ok, lo prendiamo per un sì.
Gotta tell me, how'd you wind up owning this establishment?
You'll never believe this. I inherited it from none other than Alonzo White, Whoreson Sr. himself.
You're right, I don't believe it.
Alonzo ruled the local underworld with an iron fist, but deep down, he was a romantic, pure as they come. This place is one of the reasons his son's not my biggest fan. See, Cyprian Jr., that is, wanted to make this a brothel, but the Rosemary went to me, and I planned to turn it into the most elegant venue in town, a den of art and culture.
Ok, va bene così. Allora, c'è un'ultima cosa che voglio fare. La spada che abbiamo trovato. Beh, è un pochino meglio di quella del gatto. Per adesso la equipaggiamo, ma tanto non manca molto per poterle potenziare. Vediamo questi guanti. No, questi decisamente no. Ok. Benissimo. Per oggi ci fermiamo qui. Nel prossimo torneremo nelle Schelliche e raggiungeremo Yennefer. A presto amici, ci vediamo.